Bruce Hagan is a certified financial planner for RAI Investments. He has hired a marketing intern through the Florida Chamber Foundation's internship program. Bruce, tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, I'm a certified financial planner here in Tallahassee. I have an independent business, and been in the business for 36 years and help individuals and small businesses with their financial planning and investments.
Bruce, the Florida Chamber Foundation recently released a report, and it shows that there are more than 1.13 million Floridians with disabilities, right there in the age range of 16 to 65, the typical age group looked at for the potential workforce. Out of that 1.13 million, almost 700,000 Floridians are currently not engaged in the workforce. How can businesses help ensure job creators in the state are tapping into this talent pool?
Well, they simply need to get involved, and I would recommend that they go directly to the experts. I would refer them to Able Trust, which their website is abletrust.org. Able Trust has been helping people with disabilities gain employment in the state of Florida for over 25 years. Also, the Florida Division of Vocational Rehab, huge agency that finds and maintains employment for people with disabilities. And if you Google their website, they actually have a tab for employers. And I'd like to give a shout-out to the head of that agency, Lisa McKinley, who's retiring soon. She's done a great job over there and is going to leave the agency in much better shape than when she came in. So those are two sources I think you could go to as a business and get an immense amount of information right off the bat.
Why is being part of this pilot year program with the Florida Chamber Foundation on internships so important?
Well, it's turned out to be more important for me than I thought it would be. I have an intern, Michael Napoli, a young man who I wanted to help me with marketing, social networking, especially LinkedIn, help me update my website, and help me put together a series of lunch and learn workshops I've been talking about for years. Mm-hmm. And I give him assignments and hold him accountable. And what has developed for us is interesting. He'll come in my office with the completed project and say, I posted these articles to LinkedIn, and here are a number of people who responded favorably to them. Do you want to call them, Bruce, and set up lunch appointments with them? And I said, well, yeah, I guess that would be good. And so he's now holding me accountable, which has surprised me and has really worked out well. He's put together, took this concept of lunch and learn educational series, and we've brought it to a material head, and he's created PowerPoints for me, and he comes in my office and says, well, have you set a venue yet? When's your first one going to be? And so he's pushing me to do work, which has turned out to be great. So it's turned out to be something where we're both going to walk away from this with tangible, accountable results that I think is wonderful.
The Florida Scorecard offered some recent data, and the average unemployment rate for Floridians with disabilities in each of Florida's counties nearly 3 times higher than the regular unemployment rate. Why does this issue matter to the business community?
I think it matters because we need to reduce the number of people who are dependent on government and taxpayers, and we need to make them employable and create more taxpayers. Let them become taxpayers themselves. I think it's that simple.
What do you think is missing in the way of resources or spreading awareness in this gap?
Well, media coverage is important. Having people like you, Preston, who recognize the issue and go out there and spread the word, talk about it, interview people who've had positive experiences and negative experiences with it. And I think just get the word out.
You obviously, you've shared some of the experiences you've had. What would you say to businesses out there as far as recommendations who might be looking in this direction to diversify their workforce?
I think you need to match the skill set to the potential employee. And, of course, we always are doing that. You might not want someone who's confined to a wheelchair unloading and stacking warehouse inventory, but that person may be ideally suited to run your IT programs, including your inventory software. So it's a matter of putting the square peg in the square hole. And I think also employers need to understand that generally people who have a disability who are given this opportunity are going to really work hard and do all they can, but their differences are not that great from the other 320 million of us out there, and you're going to find some people with disabilities make great workers and some don't. So don't expect that just because they're disabled, they're going to be the perfect employee for you. You have to go through your due diligence and make sure it's a good fit.
Bruce, thanks for sharing your experiences with us.
Thank you, Preston.